YouTube Live. How are you, friends? Thank you so much for being here. I was going into my TikTok mode. I was about to go. So TikTok Live. I'm about to get ready to go to TikTok Live, but we're gonna get started in a second. Let me, I have to set up my screens and stuff. Your girl is multitasking, and I came live probably a little premature, and so I'm here now. But we're gonna get going. Thank you all for supporting. Appreciate all the. Okay, we have sound. I didn't have sound in my 10 o'clock video. I was like, girl, you were off. You were so off. I did not connect my microphone. And so I thought I was connected and I was not. So I appreciate you all being here. We're going to get started in just a few minutes. We talk all things going live. If you are new to my live, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. How are you, friend who is here with me? Thank you so much for giving me a thumbs up. I appreciate the support. Let me know where you're from and appreciate you coming through. I was a little offbeat today. I was chatting, talking before I was ready. And so I appreciate you all coming through. Thank you so much for liking the live. I appreciate the support. We're going to get started in just a few minutes. Your girl is setting up her screen. So I'm actually putting some more times to go live for tomorrow. I have to do those because I did not do it out for the week yet. So I'm going to go back and set up my screen so I can have the dates that are out there for the week. But I always start with something on here. So my next day is already prepared for people to register when the live ends. Um, that is a best practice that actually is very good so that your audience can fully engage afterwards. The live I just ended, I had 6 people who were registered for me to start my live at 4 o'clock. So again, it's an opportunity for you to get visibility. So thank you all for being here. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for the support. Um, appreciate you all supporting. So I did for tomorrow. So tomorrow I got to make sure I sit down and maybe tonight sit down and do the live prep for um, the live prep for the week, the week on. Um, Let me know if you are new, put new in the chat. Go ahead and give me a like. If you are here, give me that thumbs up. You see the little thumbs up symbol? Click that. It'll be below potentially. And then also click that subscriber button if you are new to my community as well. I want to make sure I'm supporting you guys so you guys can get information. I do go live both on TikTok and YouTube at the same time. So it's so funny. I say this stuff all the time. And today we had a lot of people on the live side. It was a really good live. It did really well. So I just wanted to make sure I named that. So I'm so appreciative of people engaging in the connections and stuff. But because of that, I think we had so many people, we had more people to sign up afterwards, which is good. Okay, so we'll see where this conversation takes us for our 4 o'clock live. I'm going to go live in a few more minutes. I'm just setting up my screen. And so, depending on where the conversation takes us, we'll have a pretty good live. I may just answer a lot of questions. I think that's been the key. Just keep answering questions for folks and helping them go live. So that'll probably be the focus, so that we can get people to support and then also help them understand how support is so important, but how they can get support in their life too. Okay, so we are trying to teach people what to do so that they can do it as well in their life. In the meantime, let me know if you have questions. We're going to go live, so feel free to give me a thumbs up, and then we are going to go over into the TikTok streets. So let's see. You guys are going to hear me say the live information from the start in terms of those keywords. TikTok live, live hosting tips, TikTok live streaming tips for beginners, beginner friendly tips. Come in, ask questions. We are live, so feel free to come in, ask questions on how to go live. Live streaming tips is what we're talking about. Come in, ask questions. I'm here to support new live hosts. Ask questions on how to go live streaming tips. Let me know if you have questions on how to go live. I'm letting the algorithm know what we're talking about. We are talking all things going live streaming tips for new live hosts. Feel free to come in, ask questions. We are talking how to go live streaming tips. So I'm going to put this one up. We're going to put this board up today. Hey, Luke, welcome to the room. How you doing, friend? Anything? Thank you so much for joining. Others coming in, feel free to come in, ask questions. We are talking how to go live. I got my 14-day challenge up. Somebody asked me this in my live yesterday, so I figured I would rewind it and bring it back for today. And so we're bringing this will happen. So we got our friends who will come in and ask the question, what will happen? So we're talking about a 14-day challenge for new live hosts. I want you guys to start challenging yourself so that you can get visibility, so you can get comfortable, confident with going live. I want to make sure you understand how to go live with confidence and ease. We talk about that as a way to get some of those nerves out the way. Some of our live hosts, they overthink the process. I don't want you to continue to overthink. I want you to feel confident and comfortable going live. So I am tapping my screen. We're going to see how this goes. We'll see if we can get enough taps. We're 1 minute in. So let's see if we can get taps going. Hello, others coming into the room. I appreciate you all joining. Let me know if you have questions. Let me know if you have any questions, friends. Come in. We are talking about go live every day for 14 days. And I'm giving live streaming tips. So I'm going to stay live. I'm not going to be on super long. We might do a solid hour just so that we can get an hour in. I do have my agency meeting today. So we will talk about the agency as well. I probably should have put the agency message up, put that board on the screen, but I'll do it next time. And so thank you all. How do you deal with people being rude? Ooh, that's a good question. The restrictions or lack of audience makes lives impossible for me. Oh, and lack of audience. Build with what is it? M's. Let me know if that's how you pronounce it, friend. Okay, let me answer the rude question first. That's an easy one. The restrictions, and I got more questions before I can get answers for you, friend. Okay, rude people who are rude, and sometimes I misinterpret people's messaging and I take it as that's insensitive, that was rude, harsh. I am quick to mute because once the chat gets to chatting, and you guys are catching me when I'm right here, ignore rude people. That's not who you're there for. That's true. But once the chat gets to chatting, you can block people. I it's funny in the analytics, it'll show you if you look at your settings, it shows you people you blocked. I blocked 293 people on this app. And I just blocked some more, so it's probably like 295. TikTok has a whole list. It's like, do you want to unblock any of these people? I was like, nope. They got blocked on purpose. So that's how many I've blocked over the year and a half. So you could touch their words that was rude or insensitive, and a screen pops up and you can mute. That means you remove the words or whatever they did. Some people be doing some stuff that's really inappropriate in your chat. So you can remove that. You can click block. That means you're removing them. You're getting them out of here. Okay. And then you can report them. Now, reporting, I have not found where it has been successful. I haven't seen a situation where they agree with your reporting. I have never had that happen. So report it just to be on the safe side, but it never works for me. You said I like those cute audience to laugh. Yes. Can I play? See, when people do this, I mute them. Now, I didn't block my friend. I could have blocked my friend, but I didn't. But when you come in my chat doing stuff like that, I see that as scammy behavior. I don't care if you had the best intentions in the world. You do not come in it's like coming to someone's house and just saying, hey, how you doing? I'm gonna pay your rent. It's like, what? Wait a minute, what's the catch? So I don't think that's appropriate. I don't know what they up to, and I don't agree with them coming into a room doing that. So I don't want anyone to be scammed out of my room. So if you really intend to do that, you go into go in a DM, connect with them that way, but don't do that. Um, Hey friend, how you doing? I'm doing well, Quay. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Others come in the room. I got to chatting, so I appreciate you all joining. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me go back to my friend who asked the questions about the restrictions. So you were saying with the restrictions and lack of audience makes lives impossible for me. I don't want you to give up. I don't want you to give up. Now, there's a couple things you need to do. And this app is really particular about what you're talking about and what you're saying. So in the very beginning of your live, I was doing it. I don't know if you guys heard me. We got people coming in a room. We want to do that warm up. If you come here and you just start going right into your lesson, I'm going to say this a no. Try to get your taps up. Try to get your likes going. 10K likes in 10 minutes. That's what we're doing. We're doing our warm up. Play some music. Get things energized. TikTok also. Again, depending on what's going on in your live. TikTok is not a super fan of live hosts who are like talking heads like me and doing the trainings and stuff, but you're not face forward. So I want to say that because I want you guys to understand you could be faceless, but you got to be doing something very engaging. My crocheters do well, my artists do well. Those lives get a lot more traffic. Some of the traffic's not people truly doing all the engaging, but they get a lot of views. And so just knowing that what you do in your live matters, that's going to be important. And then the restrictions, you're getting restrictions for a reason. That's also impacting your visibility. So what's the restrictions for? That's such a good idea. Maybe the location of your live determines your open-mindedness. That's true. Yep. Yep. Yeah. You said the location of my live. I live in Florida. What you mean by that? Welcome to the room, friends. Appreciate you all being here. Let me know if you guys have questions. I appreciate you all joining the live. This is my 4 o'clock live. I'm going to go in. We're going to talk about the 14-day challenge. This is what this is. It's a 14-day challenge. I want you guys to go live with confidence and ease. I don't want you to be afraid or scared to do this. There are some rules of engagement. There are some things you want to pay attention to. There are some things you want to pay attention to, but it's important that you start talking, engaging pretty early on. Let's see. And making sure that you're doing the keywords. That's what I mean by talking and doing the engagement in your chat. And so making sure you're doing all that. The AI says Q&A on live streaming from handling rude comments to 14-day challenge. I'm just saying, TikTok said it. That's what we're talking about. So let me know if you guys have questions. That is kind of the topic. We started with the rude comments because the question came up. Told you the AI is listening. Turn that on so you guys can see what the AI is saying you're talking about. Because if you're all over the place, hey, that's what it's picking up. It's picking up what you're putting down. So just know you want to be in the right topics. Hey, L is for my overthinkers. L, feel free, friend, put your live topic in. Let me know if you want to chat for a little bit too. I said this is going to be kind of a laid back live. So let me know if you want to talk to some of our overthinkers in the room. The background, I mean. Tell me more. My background, the lighting. I missed it, friend. I know I got to talking. Such a good idea. Maybe the location of your lives determines your open-mindedness. How my background is, my lighting, yeah, that is a sunset lamp. And so that's all that is. My This is a real background. This is real. So I just touch the tree just so that you guys know it's real. I got restrictions for sending people off the app, but I don't. So I win the appeal, and it's frustrating. You won the appeal, so okay, gotcha. I got you. So the redirecting, yeah, yeah. So just be careful what you're saying. Overthinking all things. I love that, friend. I was loving the changeable lights in the background. Yes, yes. This is it's in my showcase. It's in my TikTok shop. So yeah, I do have that. Let me know if I need to show it to you guys. I can come up. It's probably easier. Sounds good, Al. Let me let's make sure we get our flash goal real quick. So we did get our 10K in 10 minutes. We got it in 9, maybe 8. So I appreciate that. Give me like 5 minutes, Elle, if you're around. I'll pull Elle up. She's going to talk to our overthinkers in the room. I think the visions like vibrant colors to come into a room. It looks professional. Okay, okay, I would agree with that. I would agree with that. Do you use a sound card to have those laughing sounds? No, it's in TikTok. It's in TikTok. It's part of the sound effects. It's part of the sound effects. Okay, I'm starting a brand residence luxury operations brand in Miami. Any advice? Go live with it? I don't know, friend. We talk about live streaming, so go live with it. There you go. That's the first thing I would tell you. Start going live. That'll get you some good visibility. I'm in Canada, and I don't have TikTok. Oh, Heather, bummer. You said that's good. Okay, perfect. All day. Yes. So yeah, definitely go live. That will help you, friend. Thank you, Urban Eye Candy. Appreciate you, friends. So friends, we're talking all things going live. I'm gonna bring my friend Elle. I said I have this is kind of a live where on Sundays, just so that you guys know, my live tends to my day tends to go fast paced. So I was here for 3 hours and during the 10 o'clock. And I was answering a lot of questions. And I don't mind answering questions. So let me know if you have any burning questions. My overthinkers, and we talk about going live. I want to talk about it. We're talking about a 14-day challenge. I don't want you guys to be afraid to kind of jump in and think about ways you can start building your community. It does take time, it does take effort. I don't want you to assume it's going to be super easy, but I do give you kind of the keys to the car so you kind of understand some of the things you got to pay attention to in the algorithm when you start your live. And you want to make sure that you're building community. All right. So I do engagement. You guys see me here talking to you all. And then I also do things that are going to help you learn and grow. So I'm going to give you tips and strategies. I'm just enjoying your background here. Appreciate it. Let me ask this question. Who is new in the room? If you are new to my room, put new in the chat. One of the things I tell people all the time, if you come into someone's live, let me just be clear about this, because y'all gonna want people to come in your live. When you start going live, you're gonna want them to come in your live, you're gonna want them to engage. So I ask you guys, who's new? Put new, say hello, happy Sunday, whatever you want to say, put something new today. Look at your friend. Thank you. Hey, Gigi, welcome to the room. So thank you so much for joining. So, and Heather was here from the morning. So Heather said, I came back. Dot Smith, thank you so much for the moonwalk. And so come in, you say hello so people can get to know you. Hey, Bria. Hey, Janae, welcome to the room, friend. Dreams are earned. Welcome to the room. New Trish, welcome to the room. Oh, you're a voice actor. I'm excited. Trish. I am taking voice acting lessons or voice over. I guess it's probably more voice over, but you need acting too. Um, from Carol West, the voice guru. She's here on TikTok too. So I'm a super fan and I'm in her community. So I'm so excited about that. Well, welcome to my room. Let me know if you go live. Divine, how are you, friend? Thank you so much. Hey, hey, how you doing, Bray? Yes, 70% of my people in my room don't say one word. I know. Y'all got to stop doing that. Y'all just can't do that. I'm just saying. Take it from me. If it means anything, if you want to take it from me, take it from me. That's not how you engage. This is an engagement app, so it is based on you saying something and doing something. Okay, so you got to talk. You got to say hi. You got to connect. I just checked out your showcase for the Sunset Lamp and saw the frequency generator, best one, and saw the frequency generators. What does that mean, King? How you doing, friend? Best one. The frequency generators. Let me see. Did TikTok put something in my shop? I'm not sure what that is. It's not ringing a bell. The frequency generator. You sure you didn't scroll down to other products that are not mine? Because sometimes it'll show my products and it'll show other products that may be of interest. I don't remember. I don't know what you're talking about, referring to. I have to go look at it. But yeah, I'll take a look at it, friend, and let you know. But I don't know what that is, so I can't recommend it unless you tell me. Maybe I did. Okay, gotcha. Maybe you did. Maybe you scrolled a little deeper. That's fine. Totally fine. TikTok will put some recommendations in there. Thank you all, friends. Come on in. Appreciate you all joining. And so, and those who are coming in saying hello, thank you for saying hello too. I appreciate you guys. This is all, this is what this is about. This is an engagement app. So I want you guys to understand. And then when you start going live as a live host, you want your community to engage because that's how you get more visibility. We just got the flash goal, so let's see what TikTok is telling us. It's 40. I love you so much. It's a little heart with the smiley face, and this is a flash goal. So let me explain the difference between a live goal and a flash goal. A flash goal is TikToks. And TikTok will put this in your room. So my live hosts, you're going to get flash goals. I'm going to tell you not to ignore them. All right. I tell you, don't ignore them. This is where TikTok is testing you and testing your room, testing your viewers. They want you to have visibility. They want you to push you out to more people, but you also have to have people who are in your room engaging. Now, if you're somebody who has never sent a GIF, because TikTok, when you first come in a room, they send you a little message, say send a roll, send something. And so at the end of the day, TikTok is telling you to do something. And if you have never done it, you are actually doing yourself a disservice because that's how you start growing. Okay? If you're not someone who is, you got 40 heart me's one time. Because TikTok gave me 40 this morning. I got 40, what was it? The radiant launch. I got 40 heart me's yesterday. I got 40 radiant launch today. And now 40, I love you so muches. TikTok's like, oh yeah, we testing you, girl. We testing your room. We testing everything about this room. Can you explain? Let's see. We gotta make sure we remove bad actors. See, I tell you guys, I'm quick to mute. I'm quick to mute, and then I'll block people too. So no shame in my game. If you come in my room saying messages that are inappropriate, that are not on topic, again, not on topic, you gotta go. I did I take pause you over here? I said I checked my analytics. Why did TikTok, hey, meaningful, how you doing, friend? Why did TikTok say I blocked 293 people? I'm quick to block and mute and block. So just know you control your room. You control what happens in your room. If people are misbehaving, this is your room. TikTok was like, do you want to unblock some of these people? No, they got blocked on purpose. So just know that's what you want to do. This is your space. I did like two of those. Did Piles is my moderator. She said, I blocked like two of those people for you. But no, seriously, this is your room. So when you guys have people coming in misbehaving, don't let them take over. We are doing the radiant launch. Let's see if we can get this flash goal. We have 40 to receive. I can't pin it again. It is the radiant launch. Thank you for teaching us. You're welcome, Teresa. Teresa, you're so welcome. Thank you for saying something. I appreciate the support. You all, let's see. We got 91 people. 91 people. TikTok said, hey, let's test your room. We have the radiant launch. That's I'm sorry, the I love you so much. Thank you for that. Appreciate your friend. And so we have that flash goal. Let's see if we can get it done. We're not halfway there yet. So we have 17 of 40. So that's 40 different people. All right. I love y'all so much, but I need 40 of y'all, 40 different people to send it. Thank you, friend. I appreciate that, Elizabeth. And so 40 different people. Thank you for that. Appreciate that, White Peacock. Appreciate you, friend. And so if you are in the room and you're engaging and you have already engaged because you have a blue box, then this is the time to show up and support. So I appreciate you guys. We love you so much. Thank you, friend. I appreciate that. So really quickly, I teach the blue box because I talk about that. I'm not gonna go into it. I went into it a lot at the 10 o'clock. Let me know if I need to talk about it. If you want me to do a quick crash course, I'll do it. And I have to do a super quick because I was gonna have Elle come up. She was gonna talk about overthinking real quick for us as well. Do you just click on the person's name to select block when you're live? Um, that is actually a way to get to it. It actually is. So I'm sorry, not the name. You said name. Yeah, that is a way to get to it. So one of the ways to do it is click the person's name, click their photo. Their mini profile will pop up. I'll show you guys. Why don't I show and tell? Let me say hi. This is my agency page. And so I'll show you guys. And then we're gonna do I'm gonna have to do the radiant launch. I mean the I love you so much. Hello everyone. Is your text just a board or something else? It's a board. It's just a board. Yep, that's a board. I you said I'm clueless. What is this? Do you click on the person name? Okay. I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything. You see this? You see wait a minute. Oh, no, it doesn't have it there. Not on this account. It had an elite symbol. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry, I'm showing it from the account side. You guys won't be able to see it. I'm showing it from the account side as opposed to the live host side. I need to click it here. You won't be able to see it. Anyway, right, well, let me show you this. You see this little crown? On the live host side, there's three dots. There's three dots right there. If you click those three dots, it will allow you to see a screen where you can mute, block, and report. So on the live host side, instead of that little crown, there's three dots. All right. And that's where you can get it. Otherwise, what I quickly do, because I don't do that, I actually click the words. If they say something inappropriate, I click their words. Thank you, Fred, and it pops up the screen where you can pin their comment. If I was going to try to pin their comment, I wouldn't do that. But it also has where you can mute. That means you remove their comment. You're muting them. You silence them. They're still in a room technically. You could block them. Okay? So you want to block them to get them out your room. They're gone. And then you can report them. All right? Are you with an agency? I am an agency. I'm an owner and a manager for Launch Your Income Agency. If you are interested in an agency, I'll talk about it. One of my creators, Elle, she's going to come up. I wanted to talk about overthinking because I really want you guys to see. I talk about newbies. This topic today is 14-day challenge. I want you guys to think about overthinking. Okay. I don't want you to overthink this process. I don't want you to feel like you can't do something because of what you've told yourself, whatever narrative that is about how you're showing up. If you are feeling like you're inadequate or don't have enough information or a certain way you look or whatever the case you've told yourself, that's not the case here. You'll find your community specifically if you are being intentional about what you're talking about. All right. But I want you guys to understand overthinking is permeates so many facets of your life. And we overthink, and that overanalysis oftentimes will create paralysis where we won't do anything. We actually don't take action. And so I want you guys to think about this. And there's people in this app, people, creators that are doing some great conversations, helping you think critically about what's happening in your life and how you can undo that. You can think differently. All right. So we have a positive mindset here. I'm always thinking about how do I have ascension where I'm thinking about the next level. I'm trying to be on a higher frequency all the time. And so things like this, the awkwardness, the early stages of this, the discomfort, all that is part of the process to me. I don't see it as a end point. I see it as okay, it's just a little bump in the road, and I'm going to get past that, and I'm going to see myself grow even further. Okay, from overthinking, we've been thinking about this for a minute. I heard that, friend. He said, "Me too." It took action today with my tips, with your tips. Awesome, friend. I love that. Thank you. Just dropped by. Hey, Creative Club. How are you, friend? Yeah, I was like that last week. There we go. Yep. Yep. We can't do it, friends. I definitely overthink. I'm worried I don't have anything to say when I go live. You'll have plenty to say. I taught earlier today ways to get topics for your live stream using like the AI, like Chat GPT. So I gave a prompt. I actually walked you through it on the computer. So I gave a prompt that you can use that will help you come up with ideas for your niche, your topic, your audience, your target audience, and then ultimately using that to come up with an outline for your live stream, a script, keywords you want to say, engaging questions you can ask. So all of that. So what happens if you go live for 14 days? Shirley, stay with me, friend. Thank you for doing this. You're so welcome, everybody. Thank you. Let's see. How far are we with this radiant I mean, the I love you so much. Ooh, we're 5 minutes in. Oh my gosh, we got 5 minutes left, 5.5 minutes left. Let's see if we can make this happen, guys. There's 98 people in the room. We need 40. We need basically less than 20 more. 20 different people. So if you have not sent a radiant launch, I am talking to you. All right? Talking to you. You. Plenty of you out there. I'm talking to you because it's one per person. It's a way to see if you all are real people actually engaging. All right. So you'll find it up here. It says the Radiant Launch. We need about 16 more. Is that the right math? So if you guys can click that, I need 16 different people. 16 different people. So if you're in the room, go ahead and try to send it. We have 95 people. If you have not done it already, we're going to talk about this because to be a live host, you need to be a good viewer because you're going to need viewers to engage in your live. And if you're in lives not engaging fully, you're just asking questions, asking people to follow you, you're consuming information, but you're not doing the support, like liking, sharing, helping with flash goals, grabbing the daily heart me, then what you doing? And so when you go live, people are going to treat you the same way. And then you're going to be like, well, why don't they engage? Why don't they talk? Why don't they? And I'm going to say, well, what do you do? How do you do it? What are you telling them? How are you getting support? How are you helping others grow? How are you doing the things that you need to do to support other rooms? And if you can say that in a real way because you have badges next to your name, because TikTok is messy. TikTok tells all your business. And so I see your badges and I see the ones who don't have badges. And then the ones who don't have badges are probably going to have the most questions. But here's the trick. TikTok has told you already how to engage. And so let's see. Let's see. TikTok. Okay. Thank you so much. Hey Dot, thank you for that. Yep. Good afternoon. I hope all is well. And I know people are new. I get the newness. I know my room is made up of new people, but I want you guys to understand everything on this app is predicated on you being an engaged viewer and me being an engaging live host. All right? Because if I was just sitting here saying, "Hey, welcome. How y'all doing?" Y'all gonna leave. Y'all ain't gonna stay here for that. Y'all gonna be like, what is she talking about? But you have to be an engaged viewer as well as you have to be a live host. So if you're thinking about doing this, it requires you to do the things necessary as a viewer. Okay. So I just want you guys to know that. And then what that ultimately means is that you gotta have some coins on your account. You gotta have some coins. When TikTok, you said to do what? To go live. When you came into someone's room, TikTok sent you a message. It said it right here. It says send a rose, send a heart puff. It said send a I love you so much. It told you what to do, and you clearly ignored it if you don't have a box. And then you were like, well, how do you do that? How do I put coins in my account? Well, the coin box is right here, and it says recharge in the corner. And then when you recharge, you add coins on your account. So if you click the recharge word, because everything's clickable, if you click the recharge word, it'll pop up a screen where you can add coins to your account. So let's see, guys. I don't think I'm going to be able to. We got 10 more people. We need 10 more people to support that Radiant launch. Then we're going to go into our lesson. We need 10 more, and we only have 2 minutes left, less than 2 minutes. So let's see if we can do it. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get it, but it's worth it to try. Let's see. We need 8 more people now. 8 more people. 8 different people. 8 different people. Meaning, if you haven't sent I love you so much, I'm talking to you. So let's see if we can get this done. All right, friends. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And so those who have come in and supported, I really appreciate you all. So let me know um, if you have questions about how to support. I want to make sure you guys all are getting the same information. Thank you so much, friends. I love you so much. Oh, thank you for that. I appreciate it. We are almost there. Let's see how many we need. 5 different people. 5 different people, and we have 1 more minute left. 5 different people to send it. 45 seconds. And so I know, I know, Sarah. 5 different people, different people. If you're here, that means you need send a 1 coin. It's 1 penny. We have 30 seconds left. Let's see if we can get it done. Three more people. 30 seconds left. Let's see if we can get it done under the gun. We got 20 seconds left. Let's see. It's the radiant. I'm sorry. The I love you so much. I love you so much. We need 2 more people. 10 seconds left. Let's see if we can get 2 more people to support. Did we achieve it? All right. All right, friends. Thank you so much, friends. That's awesome. That's awesome. I was feeling a certain way, y'all. I was like, you know what? Should I have an attitude? I don't get attitudes for the heart me. The heart me, I'm like, you know what? I understand the heart me is hard, but the radiant launch, he said 40 is a lot. I know, but we had the people. TikTok did the most. Don't get me wrong. I agree with y'all. They lucky. I was like, we can make that block. My moderator was like, your block list gonna get longer. We not doing that. But look here, I appreciate y'all. I just want y'all to understand. I couldn't figure out the goal. You couldn't figure it out. It was up here. Thank you, friend. Do you think a mid June is a lot? No, friend, it's not. But yeah, you could grow. Oh gosh, why do I keep getting the people who want to send you send the scammers? Come on now, scammers, stop doing that. Um, they like the suspense. I think there's something to it. I think that's it, hell. They're like, look here, we're gonna take her right down to the last 3 seconds. But I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for supporting. And even in my spiel of understanding the go live process, I want you guys to understand your room is only as good as the people in your room supporting. All right. You can have hundreds of people in this room. If nobody's commenting, if nobody's supporting, if nobody's saying anything, that's just as painful as having nobody in your room. I'm being honest with you. I've been in a couple rooms where we've had creators. They're like, Doc, I got 300 people sitting in my room at this point, and ain't nobody doing nothing. You can't have that either. Okay. So you have to be a supporter. You have to think about this. If you want to grow, I know, Urban Again. I was thinking about you, friend. You, I know, friend. I was thinking about your life. He said, that's why I stopped going live. You said, that's why you stopped going. New here, let's connect. Thank you, friend. We're going to make sure you get a daily heart me box and send your, I love you so much. Okay. Let's work on that, y'all, because that's part of what's happening here. Hello, May 3 days, but we'll try again soon. Thank you so much, friend. Okay, you said, are you live from a phone or a laptop? I'm on my phone. This is a phone. 14 days will what will happen? The 14 days. He's like, what will happen in 14 days, Doc? Hey, Tracy, Coach Tracy, how you doing, friend? That was so sad. It was sad. It was, but that to me is just as painful when you have the views, you have the people, but they don't engage, or at least they don't even know how to engage. Maybe that's it. They don't know how to engage, and maybe we need to teach more and more people on the etiquette. But it's important that you have that etiquette, because if you're not doing it and you want to go live, but you're not engaging, how do you expect people to engage back? You're not teaching it, first of all, because you don't do it. You can't teach nothing that you don't do. And then on top of it, it's like, okay, well, wait a minute. What what do you expect of them? Are you expecting just for them to tap, share, like? You do need them to get your heart me. So they got to have coins on their account. You do need them to support your flash codes. So they have to have coins on their account. And so if you don't have coins on your account, but you want them to do all the things for you, but you ain't been doing it, then what do you expect? Okay. And so this room is made up of people who go live and aspire to go live. Those are the people I'm talking to. And currently, you guys are viewers. So you're operating the way you want your viewers to operate. And so if you're not doing that and you don't know how to do that, then that's where you put in the comments, I don't know how to do it. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. And I will answer your questions. I'm happy to help you. But your live is not going to go far if you are not an engager. All right. Thank you so much. You do that, but they still come to your live and do nothing. I know. I know. We got to keep teaching the people though. You said, I don't know nothing. Tiffany said, I don't know nothing. Tiffany, I got you. Tiffany, I typically teach this Thank you very much, Apostle. Appreciate you, friend. Thank you. What happens when you go live 14 days? Do you share? Did you share? Pre had to leave and come back. Nope, not a problem. Thank you. Oh, appreciate you. That's so cute. Oh, wait, is this me too? No, you engaged. So you engaged. You got to teach the people though. What does the challenge start? When did the challenge start? The challenge start the day you started. 14 days from when you start. I was like, teaching, I should do that live. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Um, so really quickly, so my friends who don't know nothing, the people who are asking the questions, I'm brand new. I don't even know how to do TikTok yet. I'm like a baby, soaking up everything. That's so fine. That's totally fine. I say I have freshmen in the class. And then I have some seniors. I'm about to bring up one of my seniors. Whether she know it or not, she a senior. she she advanced. Dr. Lisa, I had a good battle in my room to make up for the awkward one. Let me bring Elle up. I want her to talk a really briefly to our overthinkers in the room because we were going to chat about that. We started the conversation if and then I'm gonna break this down. So don't leave me, but I am gonna break this down. But we started off with a lot of people saying I'm scared to go live. I'm nervous. I don't want to go live yet. And so I always want you guys to think about mindset. All of this means mindset. Okay, so if you're doing this at every step, even when your room is rooming, even when you got people who are here, but you get down to the last second for them to get your flash go. Just saying, it did happen. You still got to think about, hey, doc, I got to think. There's people who don't understand this process, so don't take it personal. Don't let that derail you because you have a lot of good to give. There's a lot of great information you're sharing with the people. You'll even grow even more if you just keep staying the course. Don't let those things bother you. So that mindset has to be in a space of growth, a space of saying, you know what? I can't let what happened today or what happened in the live stop me from moving forward. And I tell you guys all the time, comparison is the thief of all joy, even for your current live because the current live is doing well. Hey, there's even more that can happen if I just stay the course and continue doing what I'm doing. So I want you guys to understand what does that mean for you. All right. And then the people coming in about the money that you can earn, please ignore those messages. I try to block those people to mute their words. So just know that you shouldn't do it. Um, Elle, let me know if you want to come up, friend. We're gonna do a quick Q&A with Elle because I want to make sure you guys are hearing from some great live hosts. Elle, let's see what screen is gonna pop up. Okay, we'll do it that way. Hello, Elle. Elle is a live host. She's in my agency. She does live 4 days a week.
For at the moment.
Okay, okay.
It's been more, it's been less.
Okay. So I just wanted you to share because I know you posted and I reshared your story this morning.
Yes.
About just overthinking the live process in particular, but you talk about overthinking broadly. So you want to share a little bit about your live and what you do?
Every night I try to talk about a different aspect of overthinking because it does impact, life in general. If you are a person that has the habit of overthinking, and the difference between your regular thinking about something and overthinking is if it stops you from taking any action. So for everybody in your chat right now who's, oh, I really want to go live, but I'm afraid of X, Y, or Z, if it would stop them, then that's overthinking. When the best thing to do is press the button and just go. I mean, there are some fears that people have, like, what if nobody comes in the room? But I mean, what if everybody came in the room?
Right.
I mean, are you ready on the first day to have 111 people in your room? Probably not. So there's not any other job that you would go to that you're thrown into the wolves on the first day.
Right.
You're given a training period, so you have to just shift your mindset to think about, when I press that button and there's 2 people or 0 people, that's my training time. That's my time that I'm allowed to grow, so that by the time I have 119 people in the room, that I'm ready to block the trolls and answer the questions or do whatever it is that you want to do. That's number one. Number two, people talk about what if they don't have anything to say. Well, you're gonna be in control of that, right? There
Mhm.
in life there are the controllables and the uncontrollables. You're gonna pick something that you're very comfortable to speak about. That you're necessarily have a degree in it, but it could be, but it's just something that
Right.
you are familiar with. And then, like you said earlier, Dr. Lisa, there are generators out here to help you
Mm.
formulate a script. I use a script every day, and there are
Right.
times that I can deviate from it, and there are times that I cling to it. And it's funny because Pals actually told me that when I speak on overthinking going live is the one time that I put the paper to the side and I just talk. Because I tell you, I am passionate
Yeah.
about the fact that if you would have something that you want to get across, life is a very short thing.
Right.
And it doesn't make any sense to have something inside that you want somebody to know, or you want to teach somebody, or you want to share, and that it would not be said just because you're afraid of, a couple of bad actors in the chat,
Right.
or,
Right.
whatever it is. I mean, there's nervousness. I mean, I got a little nervous when you said, okay, you want to come up. But I talk every day. I mean, I
You're
talk to
like, that
children
woman did
all
not
day
have me
long.
do that.
Adults every night.
It's like, no,
I mean, my
she didn't.
heart did a little, but it's just natural. But what would be unnatural is to say, you know what, I'm not going to do this. I don't want my voice to be heard because of
Mm.
all of the possibilities that may really never happen. You don't have any guarantee that any of those what if scenarios, which is, what we're best at as overthinkers, you don't have any guarantee that those are going to happen.
Right.
And it just gets to be a wasted effort. Your fear is a wasted effort when you could just press the button. There's nobody. I don't think I've heard anybody ever say that they went live and they regretted it.
Right.
You
Right.
know, and that doesn't mean that you are making a whole lot of money or that you whatever. The what you get by going live is much more than what you will ever lose in
Oh,
terms
I
of
love
building a
that.
community, making friendships, just getting in touch with the right people who, if you're doing, you have a niche, and it puts you around people that are like-minded. You just have everything to gain, and you really don't have anything to lose.
Exactly. Exactly. So, okay. So with that, you go live. I know you. So, I want to ask so many questions. So, first of all, you've been going live since when? Let's share
I
that. I
pressed
mean,
my button the first time October 25th. It was just me in that first little live with my closest friends. I wasn't yet connected to the agency. I didn't even have a niche then. I was just figuring it out. So I think I joined you in December 1st.
okay. And you've been
And
go-
since then I've done it's probably now 120, 130 lives.
wow, wow. And because of that, you've met some people along the way,
Oh yeah,
and it's allowed you to think differently about some goals that you have put on the back burner.
most definitely. I start
And
class tomorrow.
oh shoot, I didn't know that.
I
Wait a
start
minute.
class tomorrow. I'm
So,
finishing my
well, tell the
doctorate.
room what you starting class for. So, talk about that real quick.
I finished. I'm gonna finish my doctorate. I had started when my child was 2, and I stopped when she was in second grade. She will be 20 next month,
Wow.
and I
Wow.
had not thought about it. As a matter of fact, tonight's live topic, it's already in my story, is the dream that you stopped talking about.
Mm,
That's
wow.
tonight at 9:30 for the Sunday reset.
Wow, wow. And so this dream was something that when you came here, start meeting and interacting with different live hosts, different people, and you had thought about it. You picked it back up again and
Yeah,
you decided
a
that you
seed
wanted
was
to pursue it.
planted. A seed was planted
Mhm.
about you need to go back and finish. I mean, I throw around the letters ABD, right? Everyone else is like PhD. I was like, well, I'm ABD. It doesn't mean the same thing,
No,
you know.
no, no.
It means all but dissertation. Like this, all I had to do was write the paper, and so you just get around the right people
Right.
with the right encouragement. And I mean, and I found a program that I will be done in a year.
Wow. Wow,
Mhm.
that's awesome. Awesome. So, the dream that you deferred and just the whole idea of this space being almost like therapy to a certain extent. It gets you to
Definitely.
thinking about what you did in your lifetime and what you haven't done, and some things
Right.
that you could engage in and
Mhm.
meeting different people. I mean, talk about that a little bit, just in terms of what you've experienced over the last almost 6 months now.
Now I'm saying this for my niche of overthinking, and I know that people can go live for different
That's
reasons. There are
fair.
people who
That's fair.
just do engagement.
Hmm.
There are people who just teach TikTok.
Hmm.
But the fact that I landed on overthinking, and I tell people the only thing that qualifies me to speak on overthinking is that I do it so well. You know what I mean? It's
I'm gonna do the laugh track for you because you would have pressed the laugh
I'm
track.
not I'm not a clinician. I'm not, a counselor. I'm just someone who has the habit of overthinking. But it caused me to do a deep dive into the research. The fact that I wanted to kind of talk about it. I have met, counselors and other people that do it also.
Right.
And I just find great gratification, number one, in the fact that something that I've said, like if I looked up and saw that there's three ways to deal with overthinking: set a timer and give yourself time to think about the topic and then be done with it, or take action at the end of your 5 minute timer, or you could journal about it, write it down, or you just get mindful, get present in the moment, right? Because it thrives in the past or in the future. So when you just do some maybe breathing exercises and grounding rituals, that could kind of break the spiral. So when I'm telling people that every night in a live, and then somebody comes back and says, I keep my journal on the nightstand, and every night
Wow.
before I go to bed, I do a brain dump so that I can go to sleep. That is something that someone that I've impacted immediately. There's no way to express how good it feels to know that I've touched somebody in that way, and that
Yes.
something that they're doing is changed because of what I've said, because I wasn't afraid to press the button.
Right. Right.
And you'd be amazed also when you are just in there talking, because really it's a chat, right? And unless I bring up a panel, which I rarely do, nobody's really talking with me. But talking and being prompted by what people are saying, I have a breakthroughs, just because it's kind of like
It is.
self talk.
It is.
So I'm having those moments. I can't speak to other people's topics or what happens, like, for example, in an engagement live. But if
Mhm.
you wanted to entertain, there's people living all kinds of dreams on here,
Right.
because that's what the app will let you do. You might never go to New York or Hollywood and become a star, but you can impact a community of people right here from your dining room.
Right. Right.
In my case.
Right. And hey, I'm one of those who dream big. Maybe you might become internet famous,
Right.
TikTok
You
famous
never
or
know.
beyond and be discovered. So,
Right.
that's the beauty of it. You can dream big and you
Mhm.
can, follow that passion, that interest that you have, or you can pivot and make some other changes. That's totally
Right.
fine. That's totally fine.
Right.
So I appreciate you coming up, sharing this information for us. We had some people in the comments, and they are self-proclaimed overthinkers, and love some of your ideas that other that you talked about, the brain dump and the journal, as well as
Mhm.
making sure you kind of don't let those voices in your head help stop you from taking
Right.
action. So I appreciate you guys for you joining in and sharing. You go
Sure.
live again tonight at, was that 10 Eastern?
Tonight at 9:30
9:30
Eastern.
9:30 Eastern.
It's a Sunday reset. I will also go live tomorrow at 9:30 p.m. Eastern, and then Wednesday at 9:30, and Friday is 10 o'clock. Is the only time that I go a little bit later, because I don't work the next day.
Okay.
But I tell you what, tomorrow morning at 9, I will commit to doing my a pop up overthinking going live.
Okay.
If anyone from in here would like to come in
So
tomorrow morning at 9 a.m.
So to follow
Mhm.
L, what you're gonna do is it should have the plus symbol because I'm already following her, but you should have a plus symbol next to her name. It should say L. If you click that, you should be able to follow her. If
You mean right here in the box?
Right here in the box, yeah.
Okay.
So if you click her name, you should be able to follow her. If you click her name, let me see from my backup account, it may show the gifting option, but there's a little symbol with her photo right there. If you click that symbol, it pops up her whole profile and you can follow her there as well. Okay. So I just don't want you guys to miss out on the opportunity to follow her and connect with her. And then if you want to message her about her schedule and make sure she's doing a pop up, or she'll be here tonight at 9:30 Eastern. All right, Elle,
Yes,
let
ma'am.
me know if there's anything, closing remarks. Let me know if you want to say anything else. I appreciate you
No,
joining, friend.
what I'm hoping is that if somebody comes to me tomorrow at 9, who's in this chat right now, that they can come to you at 10:30 and say that they've made a decision to go live based on what we talked
All
about.
right now. I love that.
Okay.
I love that. You're not gonna overthink the process. I love that. All right,
Yes, indeed.
friend. I appreciate you. Elle is in the
Okay.
agency, so you guys will see her around. I know her schedule is gonna shift a little bit with starting our program, but she will be in these TikTok streets. All right.
Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome. Take care, friend. Thank you.
Bye bye.
All right, y'all. Thank you for doing that, Elle. I appreciate you. I did put you on the spot. As y'all can tell, I'm notorious for doing that. No harm, but I hope hopefully you guys got something from that. I appreciate you all being here and supporting as well with all the comments. My friend, user with all the numbers, you're overthinking your business. We got to get you with a name for TikTok. We got to get you to optimize your profile so we can see your full name, friend. But yes, don't overthink it. Just do it. Just do it, you all. I know we're quick to say all the reasons why it's not going to work. It's not going to be successful. Nobody's going to show up. All the things we tell ourselves, we do it constantly. I don't want you guys to do that. I gave the example earlier today where my daughter, she was home for the weekend. She was here last week for Mother's Day, or the last 10 days ago. So for Mother's Day weekend, and she stayed. She took the MCAT in May and got her results back. I'm sorry, she took it in April and got her results back. Last week, the week before last actually. And during that time she was home, she was so disheartened by it. She expected one score, she got a little below it, but her score was still reasonable enough to apply to programs. It wasn't what she wanted though. She wanted a higher score and she had all these reasons why a higher score was better. Don't get me wrong, I get it. I understand. I've worked my whole career in higher education, so I understood her logic. But I said at the end of the day, I don't want you to be disappointed because your score is good enough to apply to programs. And you've done enough to get into someone's program if you really thought about it that way. And so I said, I don't want you to take this in a negative way, but you're fine compared to other people who aren't, who actually do need to retake it, actually do need to think differently about it. And so she had made the decision that she was going to retake it. That was already always in the cards in terms of if she didn't hit her threshold score. So she retook it this past Friday. And I told her before going into it, I said, I don't want you to go in here negative thinking about all the different things that could happen, all the scenarios about if I don't do well, what does that mean for me getting into programs? They're going to look at the other score and all this other stuff about my two scores and not being good. I said, that's not the mindset we have. We have to have a mindset that says, I'm going to do fine, I'll do well, and we'll take it whatever, whatever direction it goes, we're going to take it and accept it. And I said, you'll be fine. She did the test and she changed her mindset. She came out, she said, Ma, I felt better. I felt like I might have improved. I felt like, this could have been a better score than the last one. And I said, that's the way you go into situations. Don't think about all the negatives because, yeah, the negatives happen. When we talk about these 14 days, you said, Amen. I heard that. You talk about these 14 days. In those 14 days, you're going to see the good, you're going to see the bad, and you're going to see the great. Okay? So, over the course of these 14 days, you're going to learn how to go live. Your confidence is going to be boosted, sprinkled in with a few people being trolls and being mean in your chat. You're going to get those experiences too. Sprinkled in with having your first fan club member, people grabbing your daily heart me. Thank you, friends. Sprinkled in with having people support your live goal, your flash goal. You're going to have all of that happen. You will monetize. Hey, Bohemian. And so just recognize that all those things will happen. You're going to have that puzzle piece pop up and you're going to freak out and say, what do I do with this? That's going to happen. You know, you're going to have some people come in and say some hateful things, some things that you're like, where did this come from? And I'm going to tell you the TikTok streets is like the regular streets. So mute, block, and report. You're going to deal with all that. But the thing is, you're not going to let something derail you. Okay. I started first by my co-hosting with others. Okay, that's good. That's good. Having a buddy, somebody else to go live with. That's good. So just recognize that all that happens, but I don't want you guys to be, thinking like your room should be really high and all the things that come with it. You said I lost it for a minute. That's okay, friend. And so at the end of the day, it's a gradual climb. You showing up, you talking to your audience, you staying committed to the process, you will slowly have more people in your room. However, you have to think about some of the things you should do and shouldn't do to kind of keep from suppression, your views being suppressed, to keep from TikTok sending you restrictions or violations. There are some things you got to pay attention to, but overall, you should have a successful life. I share weekly writing tips to debate to debut authors. Awesome, awesome. I love that. Yes, violations. Yeah, you got to be careful about some things. So there's some things you can and cannot do and say. So there's some things you want to be careful with and how you're talking about things. During the live, I got message to invite people. Was that TikTok? Yeah, so TikTok will send you little invite messages. Like I see people now that I can invite up as a guest. They'll send me messages of people I can invite as co-hosts. You could turn that feature off. It's going to be in the co-host rings. There's three lines, I'm sorry, three dots in the top right corner. Click that and you can turn off having people who are not your friends request you. You can turn off the ones that are your friends to you. So there's like 5 or 6 different options you can toggle off if you don't want any of those features on in the beginning. So it's up to you. I keep mine on. I'm okay because I have people from the agency that will request me. I have people who are maybe somebody just random that depending on what's happening in my life I may accept. I haven't done that really. So I don't really do it, but TikTok has been putting me in more competitions, more match events, and so I've been accepting some of those a little bit more than I usually do. Hey Janine. And so just know, hey friend, thank you for that daily heart me. Just know this process requires you to engage and show up and be consistent, and it will come with, again, some ups and downs, but for the most part, you are being tested so that you can grow even further. If you stop and you get, thrown off track and you stop going and not engage back and do all the things, then yeah, you're not going to pass the test. So you're not going to grow. You're not going to continue to grow. So keep that in mind. All of this matters to how you are showing up and growing ultimately as a life host. Good afternoon, friend. It was a distraction because I was new. Oh, yeah, yeah, the pop-ups, yeah. So, I mean, for me, it becomes white noise. So I'm so used to it now. I just see all your comments and pay attention to that. Every now and then I'll press somebody's name by accident and invite somebody, and they actually accept y'all. I'm like, I don't mean for them to accept, but they actually do accept. So sometimes that happens. Okay, so I'm gonna break this down a little further for you guys. Thank you so much, Janine, for the moonwalk. I'm gonna break it down a little further for you with the thinking that I don't. Hey, Mrs. Treetop, I'm not gonna be able to go beyond 5:45. So not too far. Maybe a hard stop at 6 if that's the case. But maybe totally another in total another 30 minutes. So I'm doing like a 90-minute live. We do have our agency meeting today at 6:30. I sent the invites out to people in the agency. So you guys should receive that. If you haven't received my email for the Zoom meeting, let me know. If you're interested in agency, this is my you can message me here. If you are already going live, you have to be a live host. Can I join the agency? You could join the agency if you're going live, and you have to have the plan to continue to go live. I tell people all the time, at the end of the day, I'm here, I'm showing up twice a day, we do our meetings, but ultimately your live is your live. I don't run your live. I can't run your live. I can give you tips and strategies to improve your live, but it is your live. So I just want to make sure people know that. So it's going to be up to you to fully engage. And then I'm going to this is the actual agency page that has the application. Okay. So I'm going to pin this. This is where you would actually apply. If you apply to any of the videos, there's an apply now on the videos that are on the page. You said, yes, I'm ready. Awesome. And so there's a videos on that page that you can click. And ultimately, what you're going to do is apply. And if you are not already with an agency, it's one per person for one of your accounts. It should be your primary account, the account that you've gone live and made the most diamonds on, that you monetized on. So that account is the account you will apply with. If you have not, if you're not an agency, if you don't have any restrictions or violations, if you have to be in the US and Canada, that's where I'm approved for. US and Canada only. And then you haven't made too much money. TikTok says you don't need an agency. If you made $5,000 over the last 5 months, you're good. Okay. How do you know if you're in an agency? You can go to your creator network. So if you're on your profile, click your TikTok studio. You'll see live on the left, right hand side. So post and live. Scroll down on the live side. It's a area called tools and resources. Under tools and resources, there's a little arrow right at the end. Click that. It'll show all the boxes. Tools and resources. You'll see creator network. So this is a free program. This is a free program. It's free because TikTok pays you, okay, through the Scale Live rewards. And they pay themselves, they take the difference from that, and then they use their portion to cover the cost for agencies. So just know as you're growing, you're winning, TikTok's winning, and then they give a few points to the agency, percentages. So it's not a lot. Honestly, it's changed quite a bit actually. But with that being said, you get support. Okay. So they want the ecosystem of live hosts to grow. You said I got one diamond. Okay, okay, you're still growing, friend. How long have you been going live, Divine? Um, and so agencies are here to support you. I'll break it down in 1 second. I'm keeping a message from people claiming to be an agency after I go live. How can you determine who is real and what is it really about? So there's like 2,000 agencies that TikTok have. So what I tell people, and in my very first video I have pinned on my page, I talk about agencies. And I created that video because I actually was with an agency. No, I'm not gonna name it, but I was with an agency. I left it, and I realized I hadn't done my research. In all fairness, hadn't done my research, and so that video was really a declaration to people. And it was even before I started my own agency. It was a declaration to say, hey, do your research. Kind of explore first. Ask questions. Ask questions of the person reaching out to you about how many creators, what are they doing? Um, Ask questions about who's in your agency that they can connect with, and so, and then when you go to those rooms, ask them like what do they think? Those are fair game questions, and you make a decision on what you want to do. My first live is today. Okay, okay. So yeah, do your first three lives before you apply, because TikTok will not let you join if you don't have the history. So you want to make sure you done your first three lives before you apply, and then you can apply to the agency. If you're not already going live, yeah, start going live and then you can apply. So what's the whole background about agencies? Let me explain that real quick. Does it cost to be an agency? Creator network agencies, no, it does not cost. TikTok Shop does have a cost because they have agencies too. They have what's called the TikTok Shop Partners Program. So if you're looking to participate in that program, um, it is a cost associated with that. Sometimes they have flat fees, sometimes they have commissions. So it just depends. It just depends on what they're offering. But I'm sorry, TikTok Creator Network Program. Remember, I just told you where you can see the Creator Network box is on the Live Center side. It's under tools and resources. So if you click there, you'll actually see the box that I'm talking about. That's the area. I think they'll have if you're not an agency, it'll just have like little ad message about creator networks. If I want to join, use Zoom for agency. No, it's closed to only people in the agency. Here's the deal. I cannot coach or poach other people from agencies. So my Zoom meetings are just for my people, the people in the agency. And I actually send a different link each time because I don't want people to share it out. I only want people in the agency to attend it. And so that's my way of protecting to make sure TikTok knows I'm not trying to do anything funny. But ultimately, if you join the agency, then you can join And so that's the way you would be a part of the meetings. In the meantime, like I said, I come here twice a day. Can you join the Creator Network and TikTok Shop? You can. You can be both in both of them. Yes. Yep. How many are in your agency? We are officially, our official number is 184. That's the official number. 184. However, not everybody going live, so that number is going to drop. That number is going to drop. We're going to have renewals that happen soon. We just did that. We're going to hit our 1 year anniversary in April. I mean, I'm sorry, in August. So with that, we're going to have a renewal process. Let's see, friend, you can't spam the chat. Um, so there we go. Um, I have you said I say I have some people who aren't in any agency. Yeah. Um, so let me talk about the agencies real quick. Let's see. What are the benefits of being an agency? Oh yeah, let me talk about that. How are you? I'm doing fine. 200 minutes. Congratulations, friend. Thank you so much for being here. Okay. Um, how much can be made? How, okay. That's an infinite number. Depends on what you're trying to do, friend. Okay, so let's go here. Really quickly, when it comes to agencies, TikTok had 8 million people last year go live. They're looking to scale. They currently occupy 65% of the market share of the live streaming um space. So when you think about the other competitors, the YT, FB, IG, Twitch, any of those, they occupy 65%. So they have the majority and they're trying to even scale it further. And so when everything's said and done, those 8 million people, only 300,000 of them were with agencies. So people don't know all they need to know to go live. They don't have training. They don't have information about how to monetize. They don't have all the information when it comes to protecting your account and getting protection from an agency if you were in violation or at risk of being banned. So agencies provide that protection. We have a platform called Backstage where we can see your analytics. We can help you and give tips and strategies on the go live process. They give us training. There's training resources they give to agencies that we can pass on to our creators. Our creators get invited to some of the trainings that are offered as well. So ultimately, it's up to you in terms of what you want to do in your live stream and how you want to grow. But you got to make sure you're doing it correctly in terms of following the community guidelines, as well as making sure you're thinking about how do you grow and improve and scale. All right. So agencies provide that to you. Now, every agency is different. So you're going to have to decide on what you are looking for in an agency. What do you need? What are you trying to do on this app? But ultimately, it's going to be up to you to engage in that process. I hear Discord, Discord. It's a third party platform. My agency does not use Discord. We use School. I'm not a big fan of Discord. I think it's very clunky, very unorganized looking. It's hard to understand and read based on the titles and how things are highlighted. So at the end of the day, I don't do Discord, but there are some useful platforms or pages that are on Discord, like Service Plus. They have a Discord page that I like. You said I like School. I do like School. It's better. Agencies are a free program, the Creator Network program. And again, it's based on the Scale Live Rewards. So TikTok, you're monetized based on the gifting that happens in your room, gifting and engagement. TikTok has core metrics for when you go live. There's two metrics you want to pay attention to. And then each week, there's another set of three metrics you're going to pay attention to. And that makes up the scale. So depending on how you perform in your live, TikTok monetizes you based on that. Okay. So per live, every live you do, the most you can make is 40%. All right. No matter if you do one in the morning, one in the evening, no matter when you do it, the most you can earn is 40% per live. Okay. That is based on, that is based on, um, hold on, let me make sure I mute some people in here. That is based on how long you go live, and this is monetization only. So keep scale live rewards. That's the only reason why I'm talking about. So monetization, it says 25 minutes or more gets you 38%. And that's a scale. So if you only go 5 minutes, you get 20%. If you go 10 minutes or more, 10, up to 10 minutes, you get 30%. If you go between 10 and 24 minutes, you get 35%. And then if you go 25 minutes or more, you get 38%. That is the scale for how long you go live, that duration. Then if you get 5 new followers, so you want to grow. So 5 new followers will get you an additional 2%. So the 38 plus the 2 is the 40. All right. And that's the scale as well, because you don't get, if you get 1 new follower, I think between 1 and 2 new followers, you get 1%. If you get between 3 and 4 followers, you get 1.5%. And then if you get 5 or more, you get 5%. I mean, I'm sorry, 2%. And so with that 2% plus the 38 is the 40%. Um, you then can get earn up to 13% each week. That's the weekly missions that they talk about. And that's based on your fan club. Growing your fan club matters. Growing your fan club is very important. And so there's a percentage for that. How many days per week you go live. Remember, I talked about the valid go live days. Those valid go live days means that you need to go live at least 61 minutes, over 60 minutes per live. So that's how that's counted. And then ultimately, um, per live, you can't split it up in a day. You gotta each live. Well, the live you do, one of them has to be 61 minutes. And then ultimately, when it comes down to your leaguing up, how you're performing as a live host and you're growing, you can get a bonus for that. Okay. So that's what you're paying attention to, and that's how you monetize. So TikTok has that for you. So if you don't have any training, you don't know what you're doing, you don't have any support system, you have no coaching, you don't have any guidance, you don't have any protection because of violations and restrictions, then you're not going to necessarily grow as fast as a live host who does have all that, who understands what to do and not to do, who understands how to navigate this app, who understands how to get engagement, who understands some of the different features they can turn on and turn off. So that's what an agency gives you. Okay. Picking the right agency matters. Look at you, friend. Thank you, friend. Thank you for that. You're so sweet. So happy I'm here today. Oh, you're so welcome, friend. So that's what an agency does. I mean, at the end of the day, it's going to be up to you, and you do have to show up. You don't just get an agency. I'm going to tell you real quick. If you're somebody who's still sitting on the fence and you're like, should I go live? I don't know if I can go live more than one day a week. Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna go live on a regular basis. I'm still trying to figure this out. I might do 1, 2 days once a month. You know, you don't need an agency. You're not going live enough. Oh, look at you. Thank you so much, friend Harmony. First time gifter. Congratulations on sending those roses. Thank you for that, friend. Thank you for sharing that with me. Um, and so you don't need an agency in that situation. You ain't ready. You're not ready. Don't do it. You're wasting your time. You're wasting my time. So you're wasting the agency's time. Because what TikTok says is that when you're bringing people on, our role as an agency is to help you and help you grow. And you got to go live more often. So I tell people who join my agency 4 days a week, 4 days a week for 61 minutes each, if not more, is where you want to start. That's where you want to start. Ideally, you want to go live daily. Ideally, you want to do a 14-day challenge. Ideally, you want to keep things going, get things going. How many hours per month with your agency? So 4 days a week will put you right around um, 16 hours a month for an hour each. So yeah, do the math. Is that 12 days? Is that right? Is that the right math? 16 days. No, 16 days and 16 hours. I think that's what it is. So Lord, I should have had my kindergartner in here. Great. So yeah, that's what we're talking about. So 16 to 16. So at a minimum, at a minimum. So you want to get to the point where you're going more. As you're growing, you're going more. I will be honest with you. Okay. It is important because TikTok is not going to push people in your room if you're sitting back trying to decide if you're going to show up or not. They're testing you and you got to pass the test. Okay. So that's what's happening. I can't do 4 days, maybe five, but seven, I don't think I can consistently do. Mindfulness glow up coach. I I pause because your message, I know that was where you stand right now in your life, but I want you to reframe that in a way that says, you know what? I may be able to do it. We're going to see. We're going to see. Because when you say you can't, then that cuts off that conversation. You're not even thinking about growth. So I want you to think about growth. We're gonna have a growth mindset. So I want you to think about growth. But right now, you're gonna ease into it. Or I don't think I can. Yeah, you can. You can. If you go for hours each day. What if you go for hours each time? Um, what do you mean? 2 hours? You mean hours for long hours? That's totally fine. Look at your friend. Thank you for that daily heart me. Um, yeah, you can do that. At the beginning, my first time going live was in January of 2025. So long hours. Yeah. Days matter. Days matter. TikTok tracks days and hours. That's why I put days and hours. So it is day it's valid go live days and hours. So those are part of the core metrics. Yep. Gotta get a comfy chair. I have spine issues. Um, I have great backgrounds to use. Oh, let me talk about that. Anti B. Okay. Yeah. So TikTok tracks both of them. That's why I said the valid live days and hours. Um, Backgrounds. Hey guys, thank you. Look at you, level 25. Misty, how you doing, friend? Um, Try not to use green screens. I know y'all want to use them. We've learned that TikTok is suppressing views. They don't like them. They don't like it for the live stream. They don't know what's behind the backgrounds in your house. Okay, so these are real backgrounds. Like this is a real background. Yeah, this is my little artwork. So that's real. I'm good. Okay. Your pond. Ooh, I like that. That's good. That's good. Yeah. So try to find a wall, put a light, do something. Pretty background. Thank you, friend. New here, hey friend. You're welcome. So I just wanted to say that when you guys use green, use the board. Don't use any other images. Not in the beginning. People were sleeping sometimes. Exactly. That was happening. You don't know what else was happening. Yeah, there was a lot of stuff that TikTok's like they don't like it. So all of my creators that have some kind of image on their screen or some background that they're using, I'm telling them not to use it because it does not like it. Not at all. So just try to avoid it. Try to find a nice little wall corner someplace that you can be okay with. I'm going live every day at night at the same time. Oh, look at you, friend. Hey, you just joined agency. I sent you an email to join our meeting tonight too. Um, I went on a live and the person was snoring. Oh my gosh. Does our face have to be on the camera the whole time? That is something else I'm noticing. It does like the person on the camera. It does. If you're not on camera, we had a couple creators that have experimented without showing their face. And TikTok does not like it. Not at all. So I'm going to tell you, it's better to be faceless. I mean, face forward. If you're going to be faceless, there's some creators that do really well. My crocheters, my knitters, they do fine. I think what they're showing is so engaging. However, they don't get a lot of engagement. It's like really challenging to get people to get on camera with you and engage back. So it's a little problematic, but on the opposite end of the spectrum where you got people in the room but they're not doing anything. And so you gotta figure out that balance. But yes, you can show your face. Showing your face is ideal. I have another theory about green screens too. Could more if encouragement to use live studio. Oh, you think so? Live studio? Um, I don't think they like green screens on Live Studio either, though. I don't think you can go over there and use it. They do have the multi-camera sources. You could use different camera sources. But yeah, I don't know. If you have a good laptop or device that you're streaming with, you'll be fine with Live Studio because that's the computer version. You'll be fine, but that's another hurdle that I experience. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think they like green screens regardless. I think it is that suspicion of what's happening. Yeah. Hello, Dimples. How are you, friend? Um, Thank you all for being here. I don't show my face at all, and I am averaging 1K in the chat. What's your topic, friend? You don't have a bio. What's your topic? Are you what are you showing? I think that's most important. Like, what are you showing? Because you got to be showing something. What are you showing? So, how to be part of the agency? Do you go live already, Lawmore? Let me know if you already go live. And yeah, absolutely. If you're going live already, if you're not part of an agency already, if you are not yet. So once you start going live, you can apply. You got to be a live host. So the agency is for live hosts only. So you got to be already going live, building with the intent to go live at a minimum of 4 days a week for an hour each. Okay, you're doing the live public auto auction, so I can answer questions. Gotcha. Okay, gotcha. Okay, yeah, yeah. So you're showing the cars. Yeah, so you're good. So you're showing something that people are like, ah. So yeah, so that's what's happening there. So that's good. Hello to you and all the people in the chat. Thank you so much, Cookie Break. Thank you, friend, for being here. I appreciate you coming in and saying hello. Others coming in. Thank you for the greater bio, Missy. Yeah, you guys have to have a bio. You definitely want to have a bio. And then and keep in mind, I know some of you guys are private accounts. That definitely impacts your growth. So you definitely want to grow more. You can grow more if you have an account that is um, viewable for people, a page, a bio that people can view, and they want to connect with you, and they're not restricted to you only connecting back with them. So a lot of people won't follow you because of that. If there's no bio, they don't follow. Yeah. It's the 14 days. It's still going on. It never ended. I'll be honest with you. It's not like an end date. I mean, it really is about you taking that initiative. Thank you so much, la la la. um, yeah, taking that initiative and just getting started. So, when you think about the 14-day challenge, what I tell people is start going live. You figure it's going to end in June for you. Honestly, I should have made it a 13-day challenge. But when I think about, you're welcome, friend. When I think about, my nervous, afraid, shy, scared people, I don't want to scare you off by having a long, um, you know, s- time frame that you're like, oh, I'm not doing that. But thank you so much. Good evening. But I want you guys to feel confident that you can achieve it. Now, what you want to do is actually continue to keep going. You should go 30 days. You should go 60 days. How you get into the challenge? You just do it. You just do it. Just come back and tell me. I don't have a sign up sheet. I don't have a sign up sheet. Now, there are people who join the challenge. Let me just say this. There are some people who join my agency and they said, Doc, I'm doing 14 days straight. And they come in and they announce and they tell what day they're on. I visit their lives. We're getting a sense of what's happening and stuff in their live stream. I've had a couple creators where they did have the green screen and we noticed that suppressed views. We did notice that. And so that's something I guided them on taking it off. We talk about the things you want to do to make sure that you are marketing your live. You got to be posting the content. Hey, Marianne, if you are sitting back and you don't post content, you got to post the content, friends. I post to my stories easily 6 times a day. Easily. I'm probably upwards of like more like 7 to 10. Yeah, so I'm posting constantly to my stories, whether it's me sharing other people's lives, sharing my own live, adding um, content from my page to my story. I'm trying to make sure that gets visibility. How do you get in the agency? You have to apply here. I'm gonna pin my agency page again. Let me pin it. Hold on one second. Okay, so this is the agency page, and then are there rules against marketing your business online? You can't redirect people off the platform. You're not supposed to redirect them. If you really want to be official when it comes to, um, if you really want to be official when it comes to the whole promoting your business is either product facing. Hey, Jennifer, it's either product facing, like you have physical products, or you offer a service or digital products. Okay. So physical products versus digital. If you have physical products, you should have TikTok shop. Maybe you're a seller, you're selling your own products. Otherwise, you're an affiliate. Okay. So you should have TikTok shop. Um, you said offer a service. Then you should be offering Service Plus. You want to go about it this way. Activate the Service Plus. Talk about your services. There's some really good ways that you can get more engagement. You can offer ways that you can talk about products. So say you have a service. I do consultations if you need me to meet with me and just want to meet and talk about stuff. I do one-on-one consultations. I do have coaching packages too. So if you need ongoing support, along with the agency. But when everything's said and done, hey, I see you, Jen. You said, look, the new person who walked in. I was home for a few 4 days. Where are you, friend? Awesome. Hopefully you're doing okay. Hopefully you're doing better. Um, when it comes to the Service Plus, you can offer maybe a discount or some kind of, if you want my ebook, I'm going to send it to the first 10 people who send, one of the type of gifts. That was an example. Don't do that for real. An example. Hey Lisa. But again, your Service Plus can be part of how you talk about that. Hey Lisa, how you doing, friend? How's everything going? I am feeling brand new, just a little pain, but I'm okay. Um, I'll you said it'll go away soon. That's true, friend. Yes, it will. Pain don't last all day. Always. How's the young lady that was on your live that was sick? She's doing better. You're talking about Coach Jessie. Coach Jessie is doing better. She is. Hello, Lisa. Lisa, you didn't change your photo. Look at you, friend. Purpose over pain. Look at you, friend. I love that. I saw it. I peeped the scene, friend. You got a new photo. I love it. Um, yeah, she's doing better. You said Brandon. I love that, friend. Thank you. You're welcome. So for example, I was saying example. So if you have Service Plus, you could talk about this. The way I have this, I said moonwalk equals cheers. So when people send the moonwalk, I've been cheering. I don't know if y'all noticed that. My book is coming out soon. Look at you. Thank you, friend. Thank you. Thank you. So when you're thinking about your products and the things you're offering, look at y'all. Y'all so funny. You can change the words here. So if you're pinning your Service Plus, you can say, hey, I have 10 moonwalks. 10 moonwalks will get XYZ. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll get a free digital download. I'll send it to you for, you could do that and people support you that way. You can make a gift part of your Service Plus. All right, you can connect it that way. I don't want you guys to miss out on strategy because as you're doing, you said that's awesome. Yeah. So as you're talking about different things, if you want that engagement, I'm going to tell you right now, for your room to grow, it's a combination of your engagement from your room and TikTok, seeing people, support the live through your live goals, your gift gallery, as well as the flash goal and stuff. So you want to be intentional about people clicking your Service Plus, people clicking your super fans, but clicking your live goals too. All right. Uh, thank you so much. I'm just curious, what is your doctorate in? It's in leadership and education, PhD, not an MD. Not an MD, but I'm a PhD. PhD in leadership and education, concentration, higher ed administration. I worked most of my career as a senior administrator in higher ed for a couple colleges. How do I, so do I have to go to YT to figure out how the best strategy for the Service Plus? Do you have to go to YT? Not necessarily. Are you coming to our meeting today, Jennifer? I'll talk about it in Zoom, the Zoom meeting. Let me know, friend. It is on my YT if you want to listen to a video. But let me know what you're thinking. Well, let's do a meeting too. Maybe we just do a one-on-one. We haven't done a one-on-one before. So let me know if you need help, friend. Wow, nice. Did you send me an invite? I did. If you filled out my form. So if you're in my database, I did. So have you got any of my emails before? I sent out the weekly emails. Let me know if you haven't been getting those. And then that means you probably need to fill out my form, or maybe the email is not correct. Hey, friend, thank you so much. I sent it out. I sent the email out around 4 today to people. So it was sent out around 4 o'clock. But yeah, the strategies here, TikTok doesn't make it hard. You can do different things to kind of promote your services, business and stuff, but just think about your strategy. And then we talked about Discord earlier. Service Plus does have a Discord. It does have a Discord. So it's a really good meeting. They do weekly meetings too. I do like Service Plus. I do like the idea of it. Okay. Got to go, but we'll be back. I gotta go too. I gotta go also. I appreciate you guys. Thank you all so much for being here. Let me know if you have any last minute questions. I really didn't run through this fully. I do have to go to our agency meeting shortly, so I gotta get myself ready. But I will be back tomorrow. I go live daily, 10 a.m., 4 p.m. each day. So you guys will see me tomorrow. So I sell Tupperware, but that is not available on TikTok Shop. Or do I need a separate page? You need a seller page, I guess. No, it's Tupperware. Tupperware. No, you wouldn't be able to do a seller page. You would you I mean theoretically you I would check with other people in the app to see what they do. I'm going to assume that it is a redirecting violation that they're getting. I'm pretty confident about that. But there's probably somebody who does it well. Maybe they do workarounds. They're being very clever about how they talk about it, what they're talking about, what they're showing. But it would be hard without getting TikTok to restrict them in some kind of way. I have TikTok shop. Can I sell T-shirts and clothes I make? Yes. You have to give a seller page. That's what I was about to say for the Tupperware, but I know Tupperware is its own brand, so you wouldn't be able to do that. So yeah, you would create a seller account. I see someone doing Tupperware. She has in stock at home. Okay, so she has her own stuff that she's selling. Maybe again, I'm sure she's working around. In terms of how she's talking about it. Yeah. So, you'll see people who are really creative. They'll say, "Hey, my name is the same for my DOTCOM," you know. And they say, my name DOTCOM, they're spelling stuff. They're being really clever about how they're doing it. Yeah. So just keep that in mind. But for the most part, you said thanks. But for the most part, that's probably not permissible. Yeah. Um, so yeah, let me know if there's any questions, friends. I appreciate you all. I'm gonna head off soon. Thank you for the moonwalk. Appreciate you all. Appreciate the support, everybody. So, in the meantime, I will be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. Eastern, usually 15 minutes after, because I start my YouTube channel first, and then I come over. You're awesome. Thank you, Fred. You're welcome. You're welcome, everybody. But yeah, I usually start over there first, and then I come over here to the TikTok streets, and then we'll get to talk, and I share information, share tips. I'll probably do the 14-day challenge. I haven't done that one in a couple days now, so I'll probably do that board again. I've been doing the one that talks about the things you must do beforehand. I usually try and probably pick up another board or two to talk about. I need to do one for TTS, so I'll probably do the acronym for TikTok Shop. But just recognizing that there'll be different conversations we'll have. I've been doing the same conversations because my live centers around being a live host. So if you are trying to be a live host, then there are things you need to do to make sure that you are, you said I need TTS. Okay. This was helpful. You're welcome. Then there's things you need to do. Elle, thank you. I think I saw you flying in. Thank you for the overthinking conversation and the topic there, because you guys need to stop overthinking. Okay. Don't overthink this. You guys can do this. I don't want you to feel like you are incapable. This is all about, just starting the process. I say practice makes progress. It does not mean that you're going to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect. I make mistakes all the time here. I make mistakes all the time. Sometimes something come out of my mouth and I'm like, what did I just say? Like, why did I say that? You know, I'm reading names. Y'all know these names sometimes. I struggle with names. But again, I didn't let that stop me. I knew that way before I started TikTok, that when I see names, I was a teacher. I was in education. So I see names all the time and I have to kind of pronounce them. I'm like, oh my gosh. And so for that, that didn't stop me from starting, you know? And so you got to really think about, like, what are you trying to achieve here? You know, our friend Lisa, she came, I don't know if she's still here, but she said, for her, her live does really well. She's about to write a book. Like she said, she's branding. So there's things like that. Elle talked about going back for her doctorate. There are things that you will unlock, things that you hadn't thought about, things that you absolutely could do. But you came here and you started the process. So I don't want you to overthink this, okay? Can I share TikTok? Can I share TikTok tips when sharing a shop product? Sure, sure. Just be careful about what you talk about when something's pinned. You're welcome, friend. When something's pinned, don't try to talk about other products too much because TikTok wants you to talk about the product that's pinned. So I would say almost unpin something on your screen. Don't have it pinned, and then maybe like in between, you're talking about other things. But just be careful about saying name dropping other companies, products, that type of stuff. It could be problematic. And then those become shop violations because TikTok is like, hey, you're supposed to be talking about that product or the products in your shopping cart, not something else that redirects people or take them off the platform. So just be careful when you do that. Yeah. I do have TikTok shop on this account. I do pin products here and there, but I try not to pin too much, and I don't keep them on long. And then the other thing, be careful about is having guests up. So when Elle was on my live today and she was talking, um, when Elle was on my live, I would never have my shopping cart activated. So in order to do that, I say remove products. And I know it's kind of inconvenient because you have to do one by one. But again, you have to decide what you're doing. Are you doing shop? Or are you talking to guests? Are you doing some co-hosting? But if you have that shopping cart on, turn it off. And I know y'all see people with their shopping cart on all the time. It is not supposed to be happening. Okay? And so you never know if they've gotten violations for that or restrictions for that, for doing that. But you want to make sure you're being mindful of the shopping cart when it's activated. All right? All right, friends. Yeah, so TikTok, thank you. You're welcome. TikTok wants you to sell them products. So when you sit up there chatting with your friends, TikTok like, wait a minute. So just know that that's the focus, y'all. All right. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all all for being here. Another great live. You guys are awesome. Go ahead and claim any points. If you click the daily heart me one more time, claim any points. Claim those points up there. Um, as a way to get your points back and stuff, okay? So you can level up in the room. That's why you're claiming them, so you can level up. Thank you all. I appreciate you. Yeah, my friend, you got the fan club 780. Appreciate it, friend. Look at you. And so claim your points. Thank you so much. You're welcome, Janae. I appreciate you, friend. And then I will be back later. Thank you all for the likes, the comments, the shares, the watching, the stickers. All the gifting. I appreciate your friends. Thank you so much for the rose. All the gifting. I tell you guys all the time, practice makes progress. We are not trying to be perfect. We are just simply trying to go live. All right. So y'all go live and do well. All right. Take care, friends. Bye bye. Thank you, my friends. Appreciate y'all. Pals, you over here? She might not be on here. Thank you so much, friends. Take care. Bye bye.